Streaming. Start streaming. I'm going again. I'm going again. I just stopped, but I'm going again. Because I thought I had something at this time, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna carry on. I think I just have a quick bit to finish. Just check my audio here. Yeah. Okay. So maybe turn it up slightly. I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna keep going because I just have a few minutes to finish. So this was super close. What was it doing? Let me break pause here and then go. Whoops, is it running already? Stop. Go, please. Thank you. Okay, so that's fine. We'll let that go. Merging. I think I don't care. Proxy, let it through. Okay. Whoops, that's totally wrong again. Same bug that I had. Ooh, I'm glad I debugged this. I would totally have forgotten this by yesterday. This can't be this way. It's got to be state.interview. That'd be an infinite loop. It'd be an infinite loop. Okay. Yeah, it has to be like that. So let's go again. Go. Go, go, go. All right, here we are. So let's just see which one it did. So it's already proxied. All right, that comes out true. Okay. Interview, proxy. But you see how it says proxy of an object? No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I don't know how that object got passed in there. Well, let's go find out. That's got to be an interview type. I don't know how I'm getting away with it being. Look, it's an object here. Let's see. Can I do like interview, right? Dot underscore name. Oh. Oh, that's legit. That's working. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, good. Good, it's proxied. Wonderful. So then we don't have to wrap it. I could also make this wrapper idempotent. I could do that, but I don't like that. I like it nice and explicit right now. So then what happens next? Some fields. Fine. So this is legit. Go. Now what happens? Good. So I'll let it go. Go. Failed. Oh, that's Langsmith. Good. State interview is already proxied. Good. Let me break it in good and break it in wrap and stop breaking it here. So that's a good. We're routing. So these are all good. And the reason is it's all in memory. It's not until I speak to the user and round trip through storage. So everything's going to be good. So here's the mathematician. Everything's, wait, we're paused. Terminal. Okay, so I'm going to say 42. All right. Ah, this is not good. So what is this thing? So the question is, so the question is, does this interview object have the same thing? What about that? That's the difference. Good. This is huge progress. That's bad. That's bad. This thing's not right. This thing's not the right type. This thing's claiming to be an interview, but it's not. Okay. And I think I know the reason. But if I just do interview._chat field, yay. So this is what I was saying at the end of the last stream that I clicked off. That's the good news. Everything I need is in this field right here. So I could kind of do, okay, so now I need to detect that. So could I say interview instance of interview Yeah, it always throws that for me in the debugger. I guess because maybe I'm in a Python I'm in a JavaScript debugger. I'm not sure why. That's a little problem. What I can do then is say like I can say like let xxx equal uh interview instance of interview. Uh-huh. So let's run that. I hope the answer is false. If that comes out false, then this huge progress. Okay, go, go, go. We're going all the way until people. Yeah, I'm not gonna break there anymore. Go. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm gonna say 42. All right. Yay, it's false. Okay, wonderful. So what that means is so I can say I can say if not, right? So let's say, let me do this. I don't know. I'll probably reverse it later. And I'll reverse it now. I hate this if not stuff, but whatever. Okay. So if it's not that, so the point is, yeah, exactly. Are you gonna do it? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. But we need more. Or let's do this, right? Let's just do this real quick. Const cf equals. Yeah, you know what I want. Something like that. And then the reason is that interview, I need type, description, roles, fields. All right, so this is more technical debt for sure. This is not exactly, I'm kind of writing brittle code here a little bit, but I want to see. So then we would wrap it. We would basically move it to there. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise, if the proxy passes, then we're good. I could even check that before the proxy. Okay, now is this gonna throw on me? Does not exist on type never. I know it's in there. Let's see what happens when I run, because I'm super close. This is super close to working. Okay, go, go, go. What is this? Get state. Why am I breaking here? I don't think I want to break here anymore. Oh, I do want to break here though. Okay. Or actually, let me break after that log. All right, off we go. 42. Good, so we're rebuilding. So does that interview object, looks good to me. Looks super good. Looks super good. There's an underscore, is there an underscore name? There better be. There must be. It's probably in the prototype. Okay. I could check it. And then underscore chat fields, and here's all its fields. There's the roles. Cool. And then we're about to proxy it. So can I say interview.underscore name? Awesome. Okay, so that works. So how about a field? Interview. Oh wait, so this is going to be undefined because I haven't wrapped it. So if I say interview dot, what was the field? Let me pull up field. I think this is working. Chat field fields favorite, right? Spelled US way. Favorite. Undefined. And so then if it'll just change to null. Return proxied. Let me step out. Step up again, I guess. Get state interview. Let's see. Null. Woo. Okay. Step out again. Now we're back in the listen node. So we're in the listen node. So this is huge progress. It has never gotten this far. This is the first. I'm having a celebratory coffee. This is awesome. For TypeScript, this has all been working in Python, obviously, for ages. But so in TypeScript, it finally deserialized, and because I took on a little technical debt, and rather than insisting that I'm real happy with my tech debt. Rather than insisting that I sort of get it perfect and follow all the rules, even though I already did it in Python, so I know I don't have conceptual problems, but um, if I don't force perfect serialization and deserialization through LangGraph, but instead I have a little bit lower standards to just say, well, it's got to be perfect data. LangGraph must serialize all the data correctly and in storage. It just must be correct in storage. And furthermore, it must be identical to Python, right? That's a little bit, then I'm allowed to cheat a little bit. And so I could sort of cast this data back into my sophisticated data type. I mean, when I say sophisticated data object, I'm able to cast this interview back into or rebuild an interview object. I deserialized it myself a little bit, basically. Or I helped it finish deserializing properly. And all it cost me was like, I have to use a little helper function every time I want my interview object, which is a pain in the neck, which is bad. But let's see, this is the first it's ever been so this is the second run through of the listen. So it already ran once. So then if I step over, you see, it already ran once here, and now it's running the second time. This is total LangGraph. This is what happens when you run an interrupt. You get run the second time. So fine. Copy from, oh yeah, we copied to our original interview, or our big interview object, of course. What else do we do? We're good. Interrupt to get user feedback. So this runs. So this is not needed. This is basically wasted carbon footprint here, this little string here. And then next, that should return instantly with the string 42 from the user. Please, come on, Schwartz. Cool. String 42 from the user. Yes. Okay, it's working. Okay, awesome. So the interrupt result, nice and simple, no drama. Yep. And then off we go. So we add a human message. So my bug, was it just yesterday? Where the human message was not entering the queue, and then or was not entering the list and so on. Maybe that's fixed. Let's see if the merger merges it. That's what I did. I pulled in that merger. I'm just gonna let it proceed. Let's switch back to the terminal. Come on, Schwartz, go. Okay, I'm gonna let it rebuild every time it wants now. Go. I'm gonna let it, yep, go. I'm optimistic, and we're out of time. Woo! 42 from Douglas Adams, right? Come on, Schwartz Douglas Adams. This is so fun. I'm doing Douglas Adams and saying, all right. So did it call up? Oh, yes, it did. LLM found a valid field. Woo! Oh, let's see if I have a, so is there anything else? This might be actually sort of inadvertent correct behavior. It's not supposed to end the interview, or I don't know if the interview done is working, but this is totally working. I'm checking that in. I'm so glad I streamed a little bit, or I worked on this a little bit. Oh my gosh, just this one bit of code fixed it. Yeah, I was super close. So, let's get that to do out of there. I'm dropping this code too. Oh, and you know what other code I'm dropping? Where was that one that I said I want to get rid of it? It was in the, was that in the merger? No, that's unrelated. I'm not going to do merge. Right now we're doing this proxy stuff. To do here. Okay, gone. So that correct. Git CI. Okay. Like all right. Now let me drop all that. Where was that? Let me just get rid of this and then we're done. This is awesome. Just getting rid of it. Different types check? No. Gone. Ooh, nice and clean. Very clean. Ooh, a red commit. I love a red commit. Okay. All right. Push it. Wonderful. So I know. Let me just write a note to myself for the next steps to do here. So the next steps is now going to be continue, like carry on with these examples. Favorite number. Maybe that vegan order. That was a good one. Right? And so if those work, I think that's fine. Once those work, and then carry on with the examples. Back to validation. If those are all working in both languages, then we'll implement validation in both languages, or ideally in one language and with Claude Code to do 2. So that'll be next is continuing. Like, I think this is either totally working or very close, but I mean, it sees this 42. Oh, in fact, let me just really quickly check Langsmith. Let's see if I see the method that, oh, I mean, I definitely will. I definitely will, because this, if the LLM found a valid field, that's my log from my own tools. That's way deep. Here's the reason. Yep. Whoo. That's totally working. So I can check some casts and stuff. Let me just check. Why is favorite number? So reason. Yeah, that's my final answer. Shouldn't it exit the conversation? Yeah, maybe it's not doing that. Yes, this is exactly how I want it to behave, actually, but I didn't do that on purpose, so that's disturbing. But that's a huge. Oh my gosh, what a huge breakthrough! God, I'm so glad. Git log. I'm so glad. Just this tiny bit of code. Let me just celebrate. Just this tiny bit of code was the fix after all that troubleshooting. And the commit just before it, build a proper interview. The commit just before it has all those calls to this method. That's an example of something you couldn't really push to code you're sharing with friends or colleagues. You can't. I love git bisect, and git bisect requires, and I think there's lots of good reasons why basically every commit needs to be like compilable. Test suite can run whether or not it fails. Maybe I even test suite doesn't throw errors, but that's a little high standards. But errors rather than failures. Okay. Whew, I'm super happy. So this thing rehydrates and then we carried on. So that was the massive like milestone and hurdle in Python, was that first round trip back to the user. So that's done now in both languages. That's in the bank. I'm super happy. Okay, let me, and then what are we doing? I'll just check, git diff. Got a little note to myself. We're gonna keep, yeah, the favorite numbers, the vegan order, all those things. Just make sure it all works and casts correctly and works identically. I could actually even say to do. Where's that to do? I wrote myself. Yeah. Stop it. What, do I have caps lock? Could be more bugs, right? Just compare all. Right, perfect. So the pretty prints will have the casts in them. I'll be able to see it all. Okay, so that's my new message to myself. So that's the next step. And then with that done, there's a tiny, tiny bit on validation. But with all this infrastructure, the worst case scenario is validation would be an entirely new tool call. But I've already got 2 tool calls in there. And 0 to 1 is the hardest step, and 1 to 2 is the next hardest step. 2 to 3 should be easy. So I'm super happy with that. And that's the worst case. I think I might even be a little cheeky and use the use some of the code that already exists to allow the LLM to validate. So that would be validation, and like with validation, I think I might make a couple other things out of scope, and then it's get the prompts a little tested with Langsmith, or that might be even out of scope for MVP. And ship it. Ship it in NPM, ship it in TypeScript, ship it, have some examples for the browser, have some examples for the server, have the server examples. Each have 2 languages to say, would you like to see the TypeScript example or the Python example? No drama. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So let me log out. I'm super happy with the progress. Thank you. We're logging out.